12 verses. My son, do not forget my teaching, but keep my commands in your heart, for they will prolong your life many years and bring you peace and prosperity. Let love and faithfulness never leave you. Bind them around your neck. Write them on the tablet of your heart. Then you will win favor and a good name in the sight of God and man. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways submit to him, and he will make your paths straight. Do not be wise in your own eyes. Fear the Lord and shun evil. This will bring health to your body and nourishment to your bones. Honor the Lord with your wealth and the first fruits of all your crops. Then your barns will be filled to overflowing, and your vats will brim over with new wine. My son, do not despise the Lord's discipline, and do not resent his rebuke, because the Lord disciplines those he loves. As a father, the son he delights in. Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways, submit to him, and he will make your paths straight. As I said earlier, 11 months ago. Well, it's just on 11 months ago when we started in January. We launched this as our text for the year. And I would have preached on it back in January. Now, I purposely didn't look up what I said because I'm probably going to say the same thing, but hopefully it'll say it in a different way. Now, this morning, the reason why I was thinking about what to say to you this and what to talk to you about, and I was wondering what to talk to you about. And as I mentioned earlier, we're moving home. We're not moving house. The house is staying there, but we're moving our home. We're moving from Hangleton to Shoreham. And we've been trying to get this house move done now for 2 years, over 2 years. And we had a couple of goes at it, and it fell through. It didn't work. We put in offers on houses that we really thought were great and we wanted, and then they fell through. And we were thinking, what's going on? Why isn't this happening? We were obviously praying about it, and I know people here were praying about it, praying because we want to move, and we just feel that it's God's calling on us to move. It's time for us to move, but it just wasn't happening. And we were wondering, why is this not happening? What's going on? And I know that Julie was getting very annoyed about it, and not annoyed, but almost very impatient about it. And I was as well, but I just knew, and we both knew, that we had to trust God, and that when it was God's time, everything would happen. And so here's this almost two, if you like, different things. One, we want to trust God and just allow God to do it and pray to him, God, you do it when it's right for you, and there's the other side saying we want to move and we want to get done, and why isn't it happening, God? And so we've got this sort of a bit of conflict, not conflict, that's not the right word, but we were just wondering what is happening, and frustration might be the word, yeah. Um, just not knowing what was going on. But all the way through, we knew we had to trust God. And I can honestly tell you that God's timing is perfect. God's timing, and when you trust Him and you hand things over to Him, He will take care of them. And the amazing thing is that we are moving this week. We haven't actually finalised that. Nothing's in writing yet, but we're it could still go wrong, but I don't think it's going to this time, because this is God's time. God sorted so much out for us to make it possible for us to move and not have other things going on. And it's just been completely amazing the way everything has fallen into place. And so I just want to, from a personal point of view, I just want to tell you that when we trust God and we wait for Him and for Him to take care of us and do the things His way, He will make them work perfectly. We just need to trust Him. We just need to trust Him. I was reading about a new test car track in America, in San Diego. And apparently they've got this experimental car track with cars that drive themselves. And all that people need to do is sit in them and make them go. I.e., put your foot on the accelerator and make them go. And the cars will drive themselves, and they're on magnetic and electronic stuff that they can't possibly crash, they can't possibly go wrong. And the amazing thing about this test track is that the cars can go really, really fast safely. They can go really, really fast, and they can't crash. They're really safe. But there is a problem. There is a problem. And I was reading about it. They've got this computerized system, specialized magnetic devices installed in the road. The theory is that the computers and the messaging devices would drive the car, and the program would keep you completely safe. It's just a matter of trust. You have to sit in the car and trust that the computers and everything that I've just told you about would work. And it does work. They proved that it works, but there is a problem. There is a problem. And the problem is that when they put people in the cars and tell them to put their foot down, people don't trust the system enough to go as fast as the system can go. The system can take them over 75 miles an hour around bends and driving close to other things, but people cannot trust it enough. They can't find any normal people that are willing to sit in the cars and put their foot down. There's never been a crash in these cars. It's almost impossible, they say, for anything to go wrong, yet people don't trust them enough to drive them fast. And sometimes, we don't trust enough to get the full benefit of all that's going on in our lives. Trust is a part of life. Trust is something that's part of being alive. We trust things every single day. It simply can't be avoided. Okay? Has anybody stood at a zebra crossing and thought, I'm going to walk across and the cars will stop? Well, my experience just lately is that don't put your trust in that too much. Wait till the cars stop first. Okay? Because it used to be that cars would stop at zebra crossings, and you could, these days, that's not always the case. But I'm thinking about things that we can really trust. If I went up there and switched the light on, I would trust that the lights would come on. We trust things every day. And our text this morning tells us that we should trust God with all your heart. What does it mean to trust God with all your heart? It means to trust God completely. It means to put total commitment in God. It means that whatever we do, we are trusting Him to lead us, whatever He asks us to do, wherever He tells us to go, whatever, we trust Him for everything that we have and all that we need. He is the creator of all things. He has awesome power and mighty strength. So why would we not trust Him? Why would we not commit totally to Him? Well, there's a problem with trusting God because it means letting go of everything else and all the other things in this world that we trust, including ourselves. It says in the text, lean not on your own understanding. Don't worry about what you know. What you know is nowhere near what God knows. What you know is only a tiny, weeny little bit about what God knows. So why would we trust ourselves? Why would we think I'm doing it this way because I think this way is right when God knows and God's telling us to go somewhere else? On Sunday evenings, we're thinking about the story of Jonah. Jonah thought that he knew best and that if he went the opposite way of where God wanted him to go, he'd be okay. That didn't work out for Jonah. And we're going to be thinking about Jonah in the belly of a fish this evening. Just a little advert. If you want to come along and know more about that, then we'll be here at 6 o'clock. Lean not on our own understanding. We know so little compared to God, so why would we not trust God and let Him lead us? There's a story that I've told before, so apologies if you've heard this before, but it's a great story. A man named Jack was walking along, and he'd gone out for a walk, and he was on his own, and he walked to the top of this steep cliff. And he was standing on the top of this steep cliff when he got so close to the edge that as he was standing there, the edge of the cliff crumbled. And he fell. And he's falling down this cliff. And he grabs out and he grabbed hold of the only thing that was there, which was a branch growing out of the cliff. And he's hanging on to this branch for all that he's worth. And he's messing around with his feet, trying to get a foothold, and there's nothing. He's just hanging on to this branch. And slowly and reluctantly, he looks down. And what he sees is a massive drop onto rocks below. And he knows that if he lets go of that branch, he's going to go straight down. And there's not going to be much hope for Jack. And so Jack is hanging on to this branch and he's yelling at the top of his voice. He's yelling for help. Help! He's saying, help! Is anyone up there? Help! He yelled for hours, but no one heard him. His arms are aching. He's thinking, I can't hold on much longer. I'm going to die. He's just about to give up when he heard a voice. And this voice said, Jack, Jack, can you hear me? Yes, Jack, I can hear you. I'm down here. I see you, Jack. I see you, Jack. Are you all right? Yes, but who are you? And where are you? Then he heard this. He said, I'm the Lord. Jack, I'm everywhere. The Lord said, Jack, you mean God? You mean you're God? Yes, that's me. That's me, said God. God, please help me. I promise I'll do everything that you need me to do. You get me down from here and I'll stop sinning. I'll go to church. I'll be a really good person. I'll give my money away. I'll serve you for the rest of your life. Well, hang on, said God. Take it easy on the promises, Jack. Let's just get you down from there. Then we can talk. Here's what I want you to do. Listen carefully. I'll do anything, Lord. Just tell me what you want me to do. Okay, said God. Here's what I want you to do. Trust me. Let go of the branch. What did you say? Said Jack. I said, let go of the branch. Just trust me. Let go. There was a long silence. Finally, Jack started yelling again. Help! Help! Is there anyone else up there? You know, that's just a story. But think about it. Think about what is it in your life that you put your trust in? What is it that you hold on to? What is most dear to you? Think about it. I don't want to mention this, but is it your home? Is it your home that you're putting your trust in so much? Or is it perhaps your money? Or maybe it's your family and your friends, or maybe there's things that you really do put your whole trust in. But let me tell you something. If you're hanging on to things other than God, then you are like Jack. You're hanging on to things that can fail. You're hanging on to things that can let you down. You're hanging on to things that are just a slender hold. They're not safe. Even our banking system a few years ago was failing and letting us down. So much so that the governments had to step in and guarantee that people will not lose money if the banks crash. Up to a certain amount, that is. That was okay for me because I didn't have anywhere near. I still haven't got anywhere near that amount. So the little that I've got is safe. But we can't trust in these things. We can't put our trust in the things of the world. Just look around this world and we see wars and rumors of wars. We see problems. We see disasters more and more. Everything is going wrong. If we're trusting in the things of this world, if we're putting our trust in the things that we're told will never fail us, put your trust, invest in me, I'll never let you down. Think about, some of the things that we hear and people that say, put your trust in us, we'll be there for you. Insure with us, do this with us. There's lots of things that we can put our trust in. But you know, it's only trusting in God that will never fail us. Jesus says, take my yoke upon you and learn from me. For my yoke is easy and my burden is light. This simply means that God isn't trying to make life difficult for us. He's not saying, trust me, it'll be a hard slog. What he's saying is, we will get there. It will be a great journey. We need to let go of the things that stand between us and our God. It sounds pretty scary sometimes. But when we let go, we find freedom and we are safe in his hands. As it says, in all your ways, submit to him. That's everything. Everything, submit to God. Trust him. And he will make your path straight. He will help you and lead you to the things that he promises for us. He is leading us to our house move. And we are trusting him. And it's been a great lesson for us. And it's been a great time of learning. But I'm honestly believe that when we truly trust God, when we let go of the things of this world, he will make our paths straight. He just does it in his own time. Not when we want, but when it's best for us. Let's trust in God. Let's let go of the things of this world. It might mean that we carry on living exactly as we are, but it might mean that he asks us to let go. He asks us to let go and really put our trust. And he asks us and calls us to do something amazing for him. Are you willing to let go this morning? Let's pray. Father, we thank you for your word and all that it teaches us. And this morning we just pray that you will help us to trust in you with all of our hearts. That we will not lean on our own understanding, but in everything that we do, we will submit to you so that you can direct us, direct our paths. Father, we thank you for your amazing love. We thank you that we can trust you. We thank you that you will never, ever let us down. Help us right now to put our whole trust, all that we have, in you. Father, right now, I put my whole trust in you. All that I have, all that I am, I submit to you. Thank you, Father, that you will make my paths straight.